Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire with another La Palma update for November 15th, 2021. Here's some recent footage, folks, of the volcano. As you can see, its temperament is similar to yesterday as it's just billowing white and black smoke fairly continuously as the volcano continues to erupt, but perhaps not as violently as we've seen in the past weeks. I would say it's at a period of lesser activity at this time. The lava isn't quite as voluminous as we're used to, but the lava flows still continue to flow to the ocean and continue to create new deltas on the ocean. The earthquake activity has been pretty steady overall, with about 35 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Most notably a 4.7 that was downgraded to 4.4 or 4.5 by most agencies. IGN has this coming in at 4.4. So similar to yesterday, the earthquakes are certainly less in number, but we're still getting those upper fours every day. That seems to be the one constant variable with this volcano these days. There's at least one 4-point-something earthquake every day. Just a few days ago, there were 3 5.0 earthquakes within a 24-hour period, so that implies that there is still significant activity associated with this volcano. Here's a picture of the most recent lava map. As you can see in the red and the orange there, that's the lava flowing towards the ocean, creating the new delta. This new delta is growing increasingly larger by the day, and I just hope that the scenario that I presented the other day about this shelf breaking off doesn't occur, because there is tremendous weight being added to it by the minute by the lava flowing towards the ocean. There still is an ash advisory for the island. The ash is moderate at this time, it's not severe. But people are still having to wear masks, obviously, to protect themselves from the ash, particularly the elderly. The air quality cannot be deemed good on the island at this time. It's still quite thick and voluminous, particularly in the exclusion zone. Now what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to give two reports, basically one from IGN and the other from Volcano Discovery. And we'll get to see the contrast in the way they do their daily updates. I think this is a very worthwhile exercise. First, this is the report from IGN. Eruptive activity continues on La Palma. Since the last statement, 35 earthquakes have been located in the southern area of the island of La Palma in the vicinity of the volcanic eruption in progress, of which 2 of them have been felt by the population. The highest recorded magnitude value was 4.5, corresponding to an earthquake that occurred at 10:20 UTC yesterday and located 37 kilometers deep under the central area of Cumbre Vieja. This earthquake has been felt with a maximum intensity 4 in the epicentral zone. The tremor signals at low values similar to the previous days. The island's network of permanent GNSS stations shows that after reversing the elevation of 4 to 5 in station LP03, which is the closest to the eruptive centers, it remains at a lower level than previously established. On the other hand, the station continues to register a slight deformation towards the south in the rest of the stations. The slightest deflation could be related to deep seismically has stabilized. In the view of the calibrated image, a column of height of 3100 Masel is estimated at 8:45 UTC with a northwest direction. Now we're going to compare this with Volcano Discovery's depiction of the events of the last 24 hours with their update today. This is very worthwhile to check out, as you'll see in a minute. The volcano continues to erupt, but activity remains lower compared to the past weeks. No significant explosive activity has occurred at the vents today, and lava effusion seems to have dropped as well, as less lava was seen reaching the ocean delta today, with only minor progress at a few active fronts. The number of destroyed or damaged buildings increased to 2616. Tremors at similar levels as yesterday, but has been more fluctuating, sometimes dropping to low values. This should suggest that magma supply at times is interrupted now, as it is far from certain that this is the case. As the lava field is growing above an extended system of tubes, much lava can be stored in it without being easily visible. Now, I lend great credence to this, folks, because we've seen periods of inactivity. The magma could be blocked until it basically, pushes whatever's blocking it out of the way, which causes a great deal of lava to be ejected from the mouth of the volcano. This is what we refer to as a period of lesser activity. It could pick up on a dime. We've seen that throughout the past 57 days or whatever day we're on with this volcano. Ground deformation has decreased over the past days to only 6 centimeters uplift, but picked up a bit today again to reach 8 centimeters. Earthquakes remain comparably low in numbers. During the past 24 hours, there have been 2 quakes, 4.5 and 4.7, both widely felt on the island, as well as 8 quakes between magnitudes of 3.0 and 3.9, and 30 quakes between 2.0 and 2.9. Note that the seismic tremor decreases. Instruments can now pick up again smaller quakes, which before had been hidden inside the strong noise-like tremor signal. This effect artificially increases the numbers. So as you can see here, Volcano Discovery is obviously siding with IGN's numbers as opposed to the EMSC, because in my opinion those numbers are more accurate. As I've shown you in the previous days, EMSC is downgrading like crazy, like in some cases a full magnitude plus. Well, that's nowhere near accurate if they're downgrading that much. I don't care what anyone says. That's absolutely ridiculous. Having said that, we watch and we wait, folks. I would have to probably see weeks of lessened activity for me to conclude that this volcano is indeed subsiding. We've seen this before. There's periods of inactivity and then all of a sudden it picks right back up again. But right now, the volcano clearly is at a period of lesser activity, but I will certainly keep monitoring it, as I am very confident that this eruption is not even close to being over. We watch and we wait. But folks, like I say in every video, if something bad should go terribly wrong with the island, and you live on the eastern seaboard of the United States, you need to have a plan to get out. You need to have a bug-out bag. You need to have at least a full tank of gas, preferably more in your trunk or something, as well as you need to have a place to go. You can't just drive indiscriminately. You need to have a place to go so you can plan ahead for what may potentially be coming. It's better to err on the side of caution, folks. I say this every day, and I firmly believe that. But thank you so much for coming along with me to my update. Please remember to like, to comment, to share, and of course to subscribe. And until the next update, God bless.